Hi everyone. In case you don't know who I am, I'm Heather with Berner Babies. I've raised Bernese Mountain Dogs since 2006, so I've been doing this for just a little while. If you've ever watched my videos before, I don't say how many years because it makes me feel a little old. But today's video is about the differences between males and females, not just in the Bernese Mountain Dogs, but it kind of transfers over to the Bernedoodles as well. I get the question a lot about what do I personally prefer, and so that's what we're going to talk about in my video today. So my personal preference, and this obviously is just my opinion, I have many experiences throughout the years, and so I personally prefer males. And that might be a surprise because I have to own more females than males, and I have tons more bonding with my females since I'm with them in labor and delivery, and that is obviously such a great bonding experience, and I am very, very close to my girls. So let me talk about why I prefer the boys a little bit more than I do the girls. So I personally think that the males right away, from the minute you bring them home, are just a little bit more loyal, almost right away from day one. And this obviously is not with every puppy that you bring home. But I feel like right away the boys are a little bit more loyal, which makes them a little bit more they're a little bit more easy to train. They're a little bit more eager to please. They tend to not wander off or run off if given the chance. They just tend to be a little bit more loyal right away to you. And like I said, that's not going to be every case. You may say, Heather, I had a male, and every chance he got, he would take off and run. And obviously, every dog is unique in their own sense, just like children are unique in their own right. So that's my personal belief. So a little funny story, when my husband and I got together, we've been together for about a decade. And so, you know, we've been together for a decade. So I had already kind of formed my opinion that the boys were just a little bit better as far as temperament and loyalty and their eagerness to please and be that kind of stern, loyal dog. And my husband was pretty certain that the females were the way to go. And he has since kind of changed his mind too. He thinks that the boys are just a touch better when it comes to that loyal family dog. Now, when they get to be older, so once that they've kind of gotten out of that puppy stage of life, with the Berners, it's going to be about 18 months old. They kind of they get out of that puppy and they're more of a mature type of dog as far as mentally. They really kind of even out between the males and the females, and you kind of get a very similar temperament. So I kind of talked about the males as a puppy, and as a female, you kind of get a different type of puppy. They are a little bit more stubborn, so they are a little bit harder to train, and they are much more independent. Not that they don't want to be with you, because they're still a Berner or a Bernedoodle. They are great family dogs, especially when compared to each other. And when you compare them to a different breed, for example, like a lab or a hunting or that type of breed, the Berners are an amazing, amazing dog. You're not going to get another breed like them. But when you compare them just to each other, you have the male Berner and the female Berner. The female Berner is just a little bit more independent. They're a touch more stubborn. And like I said, you will always have dogs that fit outside of this mold of what I'm speaking of. But the female Berner tends to be a little bit more independent. She wants to explore. She's very curious. And in my situation, especially in the beginning of when I started raising dogs, I lived on a turkey farm. And my very first family dog was a Border Collie Bernese Spaniel mix. Excuse me, I have to cough. My allergies are horrible right now. So our very first family dog ever was a rescue. Her name was Brittany, and she was a Border Collie Brittany mix. Yes, I know I had a Brittany mix named Brittany, but the kennel or the ASPCA told us she was a Border Collie mix. I thought she looked like a Brittany Spaniel, therefore I named her Brittany. Turned out she really was a Brittany Spaniel mix. So anyhow, her name was Brittany. Now she was a runner, but because she was a hunting mix, that was just in her blood. She wanted to run, run, go, go, go. So my Bernese Mountain Dog girls would follow. Well, as I got more and more girls, they followed. However, my first male never did. Loyal, smart, devoted. And this is where my opinion came. And the more boys I got, they followed his suit. They would stay. No matter how many girls followed the bad girl and would run off, my boys would always stay. I could be out in the yard and maybe not paying as close of attention as I needed to, but I never needed to worry about my boys. My girls, I needed to have eyes on them at all times, but not my boys. I could be playing in the yard with the kids, have my back turned, and turn around, and there they would be laying. My girls, if I would do that, they'd be 3 fields over, come back smelling like hog poop every time. And that is not an exaggeration. And I feel like that's pretty much how they are. You know, they want to go off and explore, and my boys just wanted to be with me. And I feel like that's how it is to this day. However, I have amazing bonds with all of my girls, and it's because of labor and delivery. I trust them with every ounce of my being, and they also trust me with every ounce of their being. They just are amazing, amazing dogs. And I don't feel like you can go wrong with either a male or a female. You will never ever get another dog like a Bernese Mountain Dog. You just won't. It just depends on what you're looking for in terms of size. Obviously, the males can be 50 pounds larger than a female, and for some people that's too much. But just know that when you get a Bernese Mountain Dog, whether it be a male or a female, you have a friend for life, and you will never be disappointed. It just depends on, do you want to work with a little bit of stubbornness, but a smaller dog, or do you want that devoted puppy for life, but a giant? So, and either way, you're going to end up with a big dog who thinks it's a lap dog, and you're going to have a shadow forever. So I just wanted to kind of give you my opinion on the boys versus the girls, because I do get asked my opinion a lot, and I have both males and females, and I wouldn't trade any of them for anything. They're very unique. You know, I have a lot of dogs, and I've had a lot of dogs over the years, and I can tell you not 2 of them are alike. You know, over my lifetime, who knows how many dogs I will own. And over the last several years, we'll say, I can tell you that not 2 of them have been the same. They are so uniquely different, and just the world's most amazing dogs. So if you decide to adopt a Bernese Mountain Dog, it is something you will never regret. So good luck in your decision between a boy and a girl, and best of luck. See you later. Don't forget to like and subscribe below, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.